Hagler in the corner to our left, just above us, in blue trunks, Mugabi in white. Round one.
Anytime there's two punches, Tim, there's immediate excitement. And Hagler is not fighting southpaw. Tim, he's fighting orthodox style. There's a surprise right off the bat.
To watch marvelous Marvin Hagler and the dangerous puncher John Mugabi. Left hook from Hagler. If he lands, yes, anything's possible. We might have Hagler in our lap. If he misses, I think Hagler's showing some proper respect for the punching power of Mugabi here as he's literally feeling him out in round number one. The left hook from Mugabi blocked perfectly by the hand of Marvin Hagler.
Hagler's counter-punching beautifully right now, Tim. Block two punches and counter-punch with a left hook.
Right hand lead by Hagler.
And left hook by Mugabi, Tim.
Right landed by Hagler.
But at this moment, Tim, there's a lot of snap in Mugabi's punches. When Marvin ever started a fight, boxing from the orthodox style.
I can't either, and he hasn't turned around as yet in recent fights. Or does it have to do with this particular matchup against Mugabi?
Well, I think that they really thought they could foul Mugabi up because he's been working against southpaws all along, and all of a sudden he comes out, and Hagler's not a southpaw.
Mugabi so far has shown good discipline and poise. A wild swinging right by Hagler missed, and he paid for it with punches back to the body. An overhand right landed on the dome of Hagler.
Tim, Hagler is feeling those punches, believe me.
Final seconds of round one.
That Mugabi got Hagler's respect that round. I could see it on Marvin's facial expression. He knows he's in with a bomber. Now he's a southpaw, Tim. Now he's back in this comfortable position.
Round number two, scheduled for 12, remember, under the WBC regulations for this bout. There's a left landed by Hagler.
But you know, we always say a left hook is the way to beat a southpaw, and Mugabi's got a vicious left hook.
Solid jab by Hagler scoring. Left to the body underneath the elbow of Mugabi.
And Hagler is doing exactly what Goody Petronella told him. He's using that right jab, trying to negate the punching power of Mugabi.
It has worked so far. He has scored consecutively. And a left hook lead lands. Solid left by Mugabi. Hagler coming in. The slugfest is on.
And Mugabi is not getting the worst of it at the moment.
He is not. He has not backed up a step, and he looks very relaxed.
Then this is a war. Hagler knows he's in a fight.
Solid jabs by Hagler.
In the gym, Mugabi looked awkward. He looked off balance. I haven't seen it in the fight as yet, Tim. Looks like a fighter.
Under a minute to go, round two, scheduled for 12. A left lands from Mugabi, and a right.
Every punch is a bomb.
The right, that time, picked off by Hagler, but he had his own glove knocked into his face. Hagler missed it.
Mugabi's unorthodox. I don't think Marvin has seen anything like this.
Good combination that time by the champion. Under the 32nd mark we go. It is still cool here in Las Vegas.
Then
a rainy, cool day.
To the body, and a good right hand by Mugabi.
The left to the ear of the champion from Mugabi.
And a good right hand to the body, which is not a good idea. Now he moves.
Mugabi tried to surprise him with that left hook.
What he told Mugabi.
Well, Tim, he told him, don't drop your hands. Don't get careless. He says, anytime you feel a little trouble, he said,
don't back up. Take the heart away from Hagler, but I don't think that Marvin Hagler is about to lose heart.
Well, Marvin is moving the way he should move now, Tim. He has to constantly move to his right and use that jab.
Las Vegas, you can see that Hagler averages just a little more than 5 rounds about. We're into round number 3 now.
It's a good counter punch by Hagler. He's got Mugabi reaching a little bit now, Tim.
A good block by Hagler. He picked up that wide left.
Hagler switched around again, Tim. He's boxing orthodox style again.
Mugabi teeing off a little more here in the 3rd round.
Marvelous Marvin is making him reach now, Tim. He looks like he's setting Hagler up for that punch. There it is.
Right hand by Mugabi.
Still knocked Marvin back about 5 feet.
Yes, it did. He threw his hands up, and that power just moved him back.
And Marvin landed a good right hook.
Hagler working the body with 2 shots.
He has Hagler backing up, Tim.
Some people wondering about his age, but he always trained so superbly, never out of shape, never been a factor for him.
Not throwing that straight dart down the middle. But again, when he can slide to his right, Tim, that's when he's effective. He's making Mugabi reach now.
2 solid right jabs by Hagler.
Sliding to the right and jabbing. Now it's up to Mugabi to move the other way.
Coming to the end of round number 3. We scored that last round for Marvin Hagler using that right jab to good effect. I would call the fight dead even through 3. Gil, would you agree?
Just about it, Tim.
And there is some drama in this bout, definitely.
Mugabi is allowing Hagler to move the way he wants to move.
He seems to be content to stay in the middle and just kind of pivot with Hagler.
He's allowing Hagler to get 3 shots now, though, Tim. No counter from that right-hand miss by Hagler.
A left by Hagler and a counter back right from Mugabi.
Low blow by Hagler.
Has hardly blinked, and he's taken some good shots.
Very fast hands, though. And again, it's the pattern of the fight that counts.
And the pattern working currently in the favor of the champion Hagler. Using the jab, moving around a stationary target. Another solid jab, left of the ear behind it. Good combination by Hagler. Piston-like jab, missed with a big left hook.
Then that could have ended it.
Yes, it could have. Solid jab. Mugabi not leading here as Hagler just keeps the pace on. Under a minute to go, round 4.
That was Mugabi's feet got tangled. Then he was able to get hit with a couple of counter punches.
Hagler blocking effectively. Mugabi has shown he can take a punch. How many is the question?
He throws punches from unorthodox angles. He's always dangerous.
Under the 30-second mark we go. Round number 4, scheduled for 12.
There's that uppercut. That's that punch I thought he was setting Hagler up for.
He landed it. He landed it. And Hagler keeps coming forward. Humping that jab. There's a right counter back from Mugabi. Right hand to the ear at the bell from Mugabi. Round number 5. Mugabi comes up quickly this round, and that gets Marvin's attention. Round 5 scheduled for 12.
There's that quick left hook of Mugabi's. But again, Hagler's moving to his right, taking a lot of that power away.
An interesting progression in the fight for sure. The first round, working from the orthodox, a right-handed side. A very close, probably even second round, and Hagler had switched around to his more comfortable southpaw stance. Since then, it's been his aggressive jabbing.
There's that uppercut again by Mugabi. And there it is again. Hagler's left hand today is not that straight, Tim. He used to throw a good straight left hand. Now it's a little wide. Every time he's thrown it in this fight, it's been, there was a pretty straight left hand. But now Hagler is not moving the way he's there. He's moving back over to the right again. This is a mind over matter fight.
Mugabi just stands in the middle of the ring, pivots around as Hagler circles. Now he comes forward. Solid uppercut from the challenger, but that jab
is Marvin Hagler's stiff jab.
On the scoreboard, that will likely show up. All three judges. Under the 30-second mark we go. We've been joined at ringside by Tommy Hearns. We're going to have him get involved with us in round number 6. An interested observer for sure. The jab landed. The left behind it was blocked by Mugabi.
Again, that wide left hand by Hagler. But that jab is working overtime, Tim. There it is again.
Final seconds of round 5. Straight left to the nose of Mugabi just before the bell, but he didn't move. He didn't move. Tommy, 5 rounds have gone by. Did you expect Mugabi to still be here? What are your impressions?
Well, Tim, I thought it was going to be a tough fight. I think it'd just be a matter of time before Hagler be able to get that left hand right through there.
Are you saying then that you think that it'll be Hagler's power ultimately, that he'll stop Mugabi before 12?
I don't think it will go 12 rounds. I think that Marvin Hagler will stop him.
All right, Tommy Hearns with his viewpoint, and as we said,
fight started, I've noticed that he's been throwing his left hand very wide. That's about the straightest one he threw.
Well, what Hagler is doing is looping. He's looping his left hand. He's not shooting a straight left hand. The first left hand I seen tonight was left hand just a minute ago.
A test of physical strength now, and Hagler's landing a good combination. But he can't move Mugabi back.
My God, Tim, what punishment this Mugabi's taking, and he's still there.
Hagler with target practice now, but he just cannot move Mugabi back. A warning to from Lane for a low blow again. A right hand lead by Hagler, keeping the pressure on it. He caught a left counter. Another left counter from Mugabi, and Hagler won't move back. A test of wills, finally. Mugabi driven back to the ropes. 2 consecutive right hands. Finally, the legs of Mugabi starting to show a little wear. Hagler keeps the pressure on. The months of preparation, the conditioning, Hagler showing here as he fires one punch after another. But Mugabi still on his feet.
Tim, we talk about a guy with an iron chin. Mugabi has it.
There's an uppercut from Hagler.
Hagler better not punch himself out, Tim.
Now Mugabi firing back.
Better not punch himself out.
John Mugabi is some tough customer. Takes another shot.
He's hit Hagler with some good shots too, Tim.
Finally, they clinch along the ropes. First time Mugabi attempted to grab Hagler. And Mugabi fires back. He lands a left hook.
Mugabi is tie-in now.
What a round. You're listening to Thomas Hearns, who's joined Gil Clancy and me at ringside with Al Bernstein. And here comes Hagler off quickly, firing out that right jab.
Tim, if I was in Hagler's corner, that's what I'd have him doing. Just keep popping that jab, and be patient.
Hagler's left hand is getting straighter now as we move on through the rounds. He just threw another straight left hand there.
Mugabi just gets himself planted in that wide stance and says, move me, try to. Well, Hagler's doing it now. We're in round 7, scheduled for 12. Well, Mugabi just leaned back. Hagler missed and nearly fell down.
And there's one of those unorthodox punches of Mugabi's. You don't know where they're coming from. Boy, they have snapped.
There have been no knockdowns, although a lesser man would have gone down in round 6 from the onslaught from Hagler. Again, another warning, and They may be taking a point. Yes, they are. A point away from Hagler here in the 7th round after he had been warned twice before for low blows.
Tommy, did you notice that left hand of Marvin's that time? He just doesn't seem to be pegging it the way he usually does. Now he's fighting orthodox style.
Well,
now he's...
And I think that's kind of throwing him up. That's why Mugabi is standing back in that crotch in that stand.
Hagler seems to be much better off in this fight. Oh, a good straight left by Hagler. And a right hook.
Here they go again, toe-to-toe, round 7. Solid left from Hagler. Combination from the champion. Hagler having his way with the right jab. Mugabi's hands a little lower as time wears on.
And taking that point away from Hagler for the low blows, both I think could draw some criticism from the media and certainly from Hagler fans.
We're into round number 8. Tim Ryan, Gil Clancy, Al Bernstein, and WBC Super Welterweight Champion Thomas Hearns. Since round 2, which we scored even.
Tim in Hagler's corner, they told him, you know, don't get wild, just take it, score your points. But one mistake that Hagler, one of the fellows in Hagler's corner said he has nothing left. I'd never sell this guy short.
Well, the last time anybody went the distance here in Las Vegas. Good combination by the champion, over and under and over actually. Oh, an uppercut lead, that landed, but Mugabi fires back a left.
That's what I'm talking about, Tim, when they say he had nothing left. There was plenty of snap in that jab, that hook, I should say.
Championship fighters. These guys are really tuned up. Mugabi says this is the best shape he's ever been in, as one would expect him to be, taking on Marvin Hagler. 26-year-old John Mugabi from Kampala, Uganda, unbeaten in 26 fights.
Hagler is very confident now, Tim. He's smiling at Mugabi.
And a minute to go, round 8.
Well, Mickey Duff said win or lose. He said Mugabi would come out a much more popular fighter.
No doubt about that. This young man can fight. He is an attraction. He is strong. And there's a solid right hand from Mugabi, and Hagler didn't blink.
Style, I think he had better stay southpaw, Tim. He's doing a good job with that right jab. Why should he switch off?
Yeah, I agree with you there. I think Hagler, his best work is on with the southpaw position.
Tommy, you landed some real good shots in your fight against Marvin Hagler. It must be a little frustrating to not see him respond, react. That's what's happening to Mugabi.
Well, again, he's setting Mugabi up with that right jab, Tim. And that's the way he should stay. Just keep working behind that jab.
Trying to pep up John Mugabi. Father Tony was there, and their feeling is clear that
you have the fight won. I don't know where he came up with that, but that's what he said. You have the fight won. He said, listen to the father. Don't give up on yourself.
Well, that was the impression that I got, that they were saying, you know, don't quit on us.
Also, Tim, this is only the second. He's never been 9 rounds. He hasn't seen that very often.
I think his conditioning has already indicated that he's capable of going the distance if it goes that far.
So I don't think that either guy, right now fatigue is not a factor. Come on, they're both sharp.
Tommy, I'd like to go back to the punching.
I think that Marvin has the ability of taking a good shot, but you know, he has taken a lot of great shots here. But I think that I'm a much stronger and harder puncher than John Mugabi.
Well, that's what everybody is waiting to see if the rematch takes place.
That's yet to be proven. And I'm planning on proving that.
All right. Tommy Hearns.
The fight is not over with. John Mugabi is still putting up a good fight. He's still trying. He haven't quit yet.
Round 9 scheduled for 12, and there's a right hand from the challenger, Mugabi. That's scored. Combination from Mugabi.
Some solid punches by Mugabi, Tim. Right hands right down the pipe. There it is again.
You got to bring something behind that left hook, that right hand. You just can't shoot that right hand and expect the right hand to do the damage. Each time you shoot that right hand, Marvin Hagler is countered by over the shot.
Tommy, he doesn't have the balance. He can't come back with the left hook.
Well, that's something you got to learn in training.
Doing so well in the previous rounds. He said you got yourself back into it. It's now a 3-round fight. We're into round number 10.
Just keep popping and don't show him too much respect.
Well, I got the impression that they conceded that round 9 to Mugabi with their comments of saying, just get back into your rhythm, Marvin.
Mugabi's landing a lot of good punches now, Tim.
Yes, he is. That last
good straight right hand.
This has been a terrific middleweight championship bout. We're into the 10th. Most of the swelling underneath the right eye.
Tommy, there's that wide left hand by Hagler again. He's not throwing it down the pipe.
At times, Hagler falls apart. He forgets what he's doing, it seems like.
Big left hook by Hagler.
Two wide shots.
Chopping uppercut from Hagler.
Now, Hagler doesn't get the credit for being as good an inside fighter as he is, and he's showing us why right now.
Hagler pressuring Mugabi.
Mugabi landed some terrific shots, Tim. He has to be discouraged because Marvin did not take a backward step.
He's backing up Mugabi finally.
Well, Hagler is concentrating on backing Mugabi up, putting the pressure on. And it seems like Mugabi is falling apart. He don't like it downstairs. He's trying to keep his hands down low to try to block those body punches. But all he's doing is setting himself up for some good shots to the head.
Short chopping punches by Hagler, who just pulls his way forward and keeps firing.
Well, that seems to be the ticket inside for Hagler. And Mugabi's punches seem to be lacking a lot of snap now, Tim.
On Mugabi.
Well, Marvin didn't like that body shot. That was a good left hook to the body.
Under the 30-second mark in round 10. The leg starting to show a little sagging under Mugabi.
He's tired now, Tim. But he still throws bombs.
The end of round 10. Well, John Mugabi certainly got lots of encouragement from Mickey Duff, George Francis, and even Father Tony.
No, Tim, they made Father Tony the lead. They said, if you won't listen to me, listen to the father.
I think it's just a matter of Mugabi being tired. He's never been to the 11th round ever in his life. He's never taken this kind of punishment at all.
Well, he's really tired now.
Well, that's the key. The key is the punishment. That's why he's tired. And Hagler keeps the heat on. Uppercut inside by the challenger.
He'll be dangerous while he's falling down. And Marvin is doing a job on him now, Tim. Just taking him apart with short little punches.
Wings two over the top just for good measure, and he's got him hurt. He's got him hurt. Mugabi finally goes down in the 11th round. He's more dead tired than anything else, and it's all over. He's just exhausted from the continual assault. Marvelous Marvin Hagler retains his undisputed middleweight championship of the world with an 11th round knockout over a game and exciting challenge from John Mugabi.